Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. By supporting me again in this video, just do me a favor, ensure you like the video. I will appreciate you so much for that like. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for that like. Now, Kenyans, Linus Kaikai of Citizen TV is coming out to throw a kicker directly to Statehouse. Is coming out to elaborate for us the difference between corruption and debt. You find that we as Kenyans, we usually concentrate on complaining about debt, but we usually don't complain about too much of corruption. Watu naambiwa tumekopa pesa mingi, debts. But the truth is, hii deni wanakopa imeenda wapi? Corruption. So Linus Kaikai's kicker is coming out to tell Kenyans that open your eyes. Let us complain about corruption. When corruption is going to come to an end, then the debts these people are taking, we are going to benefit. When we are paying these debts, at least we don't have any problem. But we have a problem here. We are having debts and corruption is so high. And so Linus Kaikai is coming out to even mention several corruptions that has been there. And if of course these corruptions could have not been there, then already we have already been enjoying the fruits of having debts. As we pay debts, we are enjoying the services from, of course, what the government of the day usually go outside the country, borrow in the name of bringing development, but these billions and trillions of money end up in few individuals' pocket. I want you to listen to Linus Kaikai.
On my kicker tonight, it is time to pause and just take a moment to calculate the true cost of corruption. We keep talking about debt, but I think we are backing up the wrong tree. A few weeks ago, President William Ruto appointed a task force to carry out a comprehensive forensic audit of the country's public debt. And that team was supposed to present its report in 3 months. Fair enough, debt is a huge issue. But I think it is corruption that trumps it all. Haven't we, for example, heard about such borrowed monies disappearing into thin air? Just to jog your mind, a cabinet secretary for Treasury could not explain where money is borrowed through the Eurobond, and it could not be accounted for. When pressed to account, the then cabinet secretary said something like the money went into budgetary support. Yes, it was that general and that casual. Nothing specific. Yet the Eurobond figures involved was about $2 billion, which in today's exchange rate would amount to about, or just over, 250 billion shillings. So between debt and corruption, it is time Kenyans correctly pointed where it is truly hurting. Earlier today, there was a first ever conviction of a sitting, or should I say former governor, for corruption. And this may come as welcome news for all Kenyans who crave for good governance and who yearn for a successful war on corruption. Without a doubt, the case against former Samburu Governor Moses Lenore Kulal showcased the manuscript of grassroots corruption that is attending to the conduct of business in the counties. The former governor of the poverty and conflict-stricken arid county of Samburu brazenly transacted business with his own county government, supplying his own government with fuel through his own company. Lenore Kulal was the first governor of Samburu, having been elected in 2013 as the new constitutional order took effect. As the Lenore Kulal's case proves, gluttony, greed, has been top of the agenda for some of those elected to run counties under the devolution provisions of the Constitution. Cases of man and wife, man and family, ran from Samburu County to Migori County, where former Governor Okoth Obado and his children have been put to their defense over corruption. Then there was a 35 million shillings case against Tharaka Nithi Governor Muthomi Njuki and, wait for this, his wife. And a 56 million shillings case against former Governor of Kakamega, Wycliffe Oparanya, now Cabinet Secretary. Both cases abandoned mysteriously by the Office of the Prosecutor, DPP. The counties aside, national level corruption is a time-honored mega championship, complete with heroes of dropped cases and defending champions and beneficiaries of unaccounted wealth. Arorki Marer, a water and energy project that turned out fictitious, cost the taxpayers some 21 billion shillings. And to date, no money has been retraced and no one has been held to account for the loss. There was, of course, the NYS cases, two of them, believed to have, among other things, launched some very successful political careers. Track further back to Triton, Anglo-Leasing, and even Goldenberg. The list is endless. Tonight, I persuade that this is the audit we need to do. As we audit the public debt, let us audit cases of corruption and see just how much we actually lose to graft. Former President Uhuru Kenyatta once put the figure at 2 billion shillings a day. What if it was actually right? That is my kicker.
So that is how Linus Kaikai is coming out to elaborate that going forward, I think the only thing we must have is to fight corruption. We might spend a lot of our time fighting debt, but have you ever asked yourself, this money that we are borrowing, are they being used in a correct way that benefit Kenyans? Or these monies end up in few individuals' pockets? And that is why they are having homecoming parties, because they have been appointed CSS. They're having several movement across the Republic of Kenya, and even forgetting development. So I think the type of trajectory that Linus Kaikai has identified, it is clear that going forward, can we fight corruption? Or we are going to favor someone who is so corrupt because he is coming from our tribe? And I told you here very clear, it has reached a time that Kenyans, we must call a spade, not a big spoon. And that is why we want to fight these individuals who are corrupt. No matter even if you are coming from my tribe, I cannot endorse you because, number one, you are corrupt. You're squandering the public resources that could have been sent to capitation in our schools. When you are being given CDF money, you are squandering, enjoying yourself, having vacation with public resources. And that is why when we are saying like this, some individuals are saying we don't have anything to say. But as much as Kenyans, you will not accept to fight corruption, we are going to continue have big problems after the other. Because we'll not have money for capitation in our schools. We'll never have education, free education. We are going to struggle, seriously struggling. On the other hand, William Ruto, with his team, they will keep moving from one village to the other in the name of development. But questions that are being raised in terms of corruption, some individuals they don't want. Ujaribu kuongea hiyo issue ya corruption, wanapotea nawe. You either being abducted, unawawa. So they're feeling like this country belongs to them. And you can't do anything. That is the situation we are in. So I think for me, I endorse the questioning where Linus Kaikai is questioning about corruption. And now let us leave alone debt, because kama wanaweza kopa na hii pesa ifanye kazi ya maana, hata tukilipa si tunasikia vizuri. Mimi nikilipa deni yenye hospitali maona imejengwa kubwa kubwa kila mahali, mabarabara zimejengwa, wamama wamejengewa masoko, we having free education, you know, high taxation imerudi chini na tunakopa pesa, but maendeleo iko. Tutaambia hata enda kopa mingi, tutakuwa tunalipa pole pole ili nchi yetu i-develop. But our country will not develop because they are going to take this money, taking it direct to their account. That is the situation, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.